And we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
And Sterno Supernova.
What's going on there, Sterno?
Nothing much, Boogie. How you doing?
Okay.
You know, we talked about this in the past. You don't really talk too much. You don't get like... Every now and then I'll talk to my coworkers and they'll say something that I find kind of racist. And I don't know what to do. But you don't seem to have that problem as much, or you just don't care as much. What is it? You just let it go?
One thing, I don't talk to my coworkers, first of all.
Well, that eliminates that problem.
But, yeah, most of it's like I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't make a big deal out of it. If they ain't doing nothing to me, I mean, if they're being racist to me, that's one thing. Okay, but if they're being unknowingly racist, I said, fuck it, just let it go. I'm not the kind that'll like, if someone was being blatantly racist against someone,
well, okay, I'm not even
like saying, "Hey, you black motherfucker,"
no,
then I would say something.
No, what I'm saying, I'm not even sure if I can consider it racist either, because maybe I'm just overly sensitive. Because what it was is that we were talking about traveling the world, and something came up like, "Hey, what different kind of food do you like?"
Man, and then, like, these people don't speak English here. They need to learn to speak English in Korea.
Like different foods that we were talking about, like, oh, I've had goat, I've had this, and I've had like gator, and then well, if you go to China, you could have dog, and I'm like,
okay,
so you don't find that racist at all? That it's feeding into the Asian stereotype of eating?
No, because I think that's true.
It is true. I know the problem. That's the thing. I didn't say anything because I think it's
now true. It's racist if you said, "Hey, let's go to the Chinese restaurant down the street. They might have dog."
Yeah.
Or where's our dog? Ask the Chinese people next door.
And, I mean, I looked at them and I kind of shook my head, and they're like, "It's true," and I didn't.
Yeah, that's not.
It is true. I mean, it is true. I mean, they've done other stuff that's like mildly Asian, racist towards Asians.
Yeah. See, what it sounds like is they probably say racist stuff all the time. So adding this to that makes you think that is racist.
Well, that too. It's feeding into the stereotype, but.
I don't even think that's a stereotype. They do eat dog in China.
I know.
In Korea.
But it's, I mean.
Hey, you want to watch a cockfight? Let's go to the Philippines.
I know it's true. That's the thing. It's not a stereotype. It's true. But it also kind of feeds into the whole Asians are like, savages is the word that pops in my head. But it's not.
I don't even think that. I don't think eating dog is savage. That's one mentality, though. I also don't think dog fighting savage either. But
whoa, that went really bad, really quickly. Wow, that was you're okay with cockfighting too, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with cockfighting.
Okay, sorry.
The national sport of the Philippines. I didn't mean to cuss about that,
but just oh my lord,
is cockfighting not a national sport of the Philippines? Unofficial national sport of the Philippines.
You're okay with bullfighting too, I guess.
Yes, I'm okay with bullfighting.
Okay. I mean,
which I think that's the way I grew up, like knowing this stuff. Watching this stuff.
I know it. I know that it's been around. Doesn't mean I think it's. I don't know. I'm not like would you consider me one of those like I don't want to say bleeding heart liberals or like what are those tree hugging hippie type people? You don't think?
No, you're not that.
Definitely not that, right?
No, but you're also very politically correct on everything. I guess you could say.
Wow, on everything.
Pretty much.
You think I don't actually. Yes. I hate political correctnose.
If there's like, hey, dog fighting, ooh, that's bad, or
that's animal cruelty,
or I mean, you've got cockfighting,
animal cruelty.
See, I'm not. I say, hey,
I mean, I'm not trying to make it. I'm not setting a trap for you to say some stuff.
I know.
It's just
I know dog fighting's wrong. I know cockfighting's wrong here. Hey,
then you just said it was okay.
No, I said I'm okay with it. I mean,
wait a minute.
I know it's illegal. I know it's not okay. I know, but
if it wasn't illegal,
so you're saying eating dog is not okay? Because this is where we started from. And I grew up with the mentality like, hey, I know all these people who do eat dog.
I know that's one of those weird things because I know it's done.
And like growing up with like we know people who eat I don't know, fish heads. And some people.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah, but we know it's normal. If you talk to a person who doesn't grow up with people eating fish head, they think you're an animal. So you're saying eating fish is different from eating dog?
Well, see, I mean,
Because eating fish is different.
okay, intellectually, I understand the dogs, the the concept of eating dogs being wrong is more of a westernized projection onto that's our as a cultural.
Yeah. I mean, I've never eaten dog, and I don't plan on it either. But I also don't eat deer.
I wouldn't mind eating deer.
See, I don't eat deer. You animal, you.
I know.
You eat deer.
It's what confuses me.
You are a pig.
I eat pig. I had some pork. I had some pork belly last night, and it was delicious. Alkaline in Norfolk. Awesome.
You animal, you.
Yeah, and I've also seen those videos of how they torture cats before they kill them in certain countries.
Yeah, I've seen torturing pigs.
Yeah, I've seen the pig get slaughtered.
I've seen chickens.
But see, I'm never going to be vegan. I don't really believe in veganism. But I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Because when you say you're a dog eater, to me that's putting the person down, like as a subhuman.
Which is the name of a great Filipino book, Dog Eater.
I know. I never read the book, but I know it's a
Jessica Hagedorn.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sure she explores that concept way better than I'm articulating at this point. But I'm just saying, it's just, and I've said this in the past. My coworkers, I think they're good people, but I also think that they don't quite understand when. I don't know. They're like, you should. A lot of times when the racial stuff comes up and I bring up my concerns, I get the definite impression they're like, you should get over it, kind of thing. Coming from. I mean, they're okay. Obviously, I didn't establish it. They're white. I'm the only Asian in the group. We have another minority. She's African American, but a lot of times, we don't. This is gonna sound bad, but when they're afraid to talk in front of the African American because they know there'll be a bigger backlash. They're more apt to talk in front of me because they know I'm not gonna go ballistic.
You're not gonna raise hell.
I raise like heck. But mild heck, you know what I'm saying? I
politically correct, of course.
I will bring up my concerns. I will show that I disapprove of what they say, but at the same time, I don't want to be the angry Asian that they constantly, there's a balance, and I'm not sure if I struck the right balance. If I've gone too far to the soft side of not speaking out, but then again, like we just said, maybe I'm being overly sensitive, or maybe it's just. And it bothers me
knowing you.
Before
I get into if you're
if I'm like what?
Well, I know you are overly sensitive. First of all,
well,
not about the racist thing, but just about a lot of things. Someone will say something that really bothers you, you get bothered. You get bothered by a lot of things. Well, a lot of things I think you probably shouldn't get bothered by. Now, that's other things,
right?
Now, when you go to the racist thing.
Am I overly?
No, you're not overly racist.
Sensitive, I mean.
Yeah, I mean sensitive. You're not racist. You are racist, but you're not sensitive.
Okay.
But yeah, there are times when I will say,
you mean there's a line for you before where you'll speak up?
There's a line, and my line is probably higher than yours.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. I think yours is really low, maybe. But
too low.
What I don't have a problem with people who do overly antagonize racist subjects. I mean, you just said you don't want to be
sensitive to it.
I mean, you said you don't want to be the angry Asian man, but I actually follow a blog called The Angry Asian Man.
I use that,
which he does, or these guys.
Sometimes I find like he's a little overly sensitive.
so his line is lower than yours.
I think so.
That's what I'm saying, and I have no problem with that because we do need people.
There's a spectrum, I guess.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes. I'm just not there, but.
Well, I mean,
with black people too. It's like the black people that scream, everything is anti-black people. I'm okay with them,
right?
I think I do think you need to raise the hubbub for certain things, even the little things. Okay. So when the big things come up,
I'm okay. Early in I guess I was a freshman in college or something like that. I guess it was a course or a bunch of courses where they talked about how the power of language, how language shapes your perception. And that's maybe one reason why I feel like, I have to say stuff when people use the language and it becomes like, if they say something that I think, just makes it the normalizes something I think is negative. I think I had to say something, because if it becomes a part of your normal talking about it, I mean, for the longest time, the N-word was a normal thing in the South. People would say it all the time, and nobody would care, except for black people. But now that we understand, like, that's just an extreme case, of course. I that's why I kind of feel like I had to say stuff like that. I don't know.
Which is fine. I think it's okay if you want to say stuff. My issue is you don't know how to say stuff correctly.
Well, I'm talking.
Or you don't know how to deal with it.
It bugs me.
Yeah, you don't know. I'm fine with you saying something about it.
Right.
But you do come off soft.
Huh?
I think you should be the angry Asian man when you say, you should be the guy that says, you guys are some racist motherfuckers. You just should say something like that. Or you should say, yo.
So wait a minute.
You're saying you're the guy that says, excuse me, but I believe you may be wrong with that, with that aspect that you may be thinking incorrectly.
Basically,
I'd straight up say, yo, you're racist.
No, I'll paraphrase what I said, and I don't remember my exact words, but it was like, hey, that's wrong, man. Come on. And they're like, what? It's true. And so I'm like, shit, I don't know what to say to that, because it was true. About the dog eating stuff.
Even that, I don't think that's racist. Because when in that context, when they say, hey, you can go to China and eat dog, that's like saying, hey, we can go to
I don't know. It's just
the Philippines.
There's a subtext to that.
I don't get it.
Excuse me. Maybe I'm overreading it.
That one I'm okay with. Because I think
that's why it gave me pause, because it is factual.
Because I think it's been ingrained in you that people who correlate eating dog and Asians is automatically racist.
Maybe.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
because when you hear dog eater and you hear Asians or Chinese or Asians, in your head that has to be racist because you put those two things in the same sentence. And in this sentence, it's actually, I don't think it's racist when you say, hey, you can go to China and eat dog. And now you can say, hey, that Chinese dude there probably eats dog.
He didn't say it like blase matter of factly. He was kind of like smiling. Yeah, you can go that's another thing. The way he said it too kind of bugged me.
Yeah. And I also think, for you, I don't think you're around a lot of racist people all the time. So when you are around some racist stuff, it does bother you, which I guess is okay.
I was gonna say, is that a bad thing?
You grew up in a Catholic school. You grew up in a Catholic,
predominantly white.
Yeah, throughout your whole your whole public school. I mean, whole adolescence.
Yeah, mainly.
Yeah, and I grew up in a school where everybody was basically racist. we had Kill Grit Day. We had
Kill Grit Day?
Kill Whitey Day. Yeah, Kill Whitey Day. Stuff like that. So when we got, hey, they eat dog, that's okay. I mean, when it's another thing when
it's a low level thing.
Yes, I'm busy fighting the bigger battles.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been around it, a lot, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Even
let me ask you this. This is an anecdote. This actually happened. My African American coworker, she was talking about one of our Asian clients that came in.
Yeah. And
she said, I don't mean no harm, but man, you're women, man, when they are vicious when they don't like you. And I'm like,
see, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to figure out, should I take that as a generalization? It was
a compliment, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. I said, yeah, I know. Sometimes you get the women with the dragon eyes. I actually went along with it a little bit because it's true, but I'm also thinking, should I be more sensitive to it? I didn't fight it and make her I didn't hey, that's wrong. I'm just like, that's something where, I don't know. I guess do Latinos hate it when you say they're hot blooded? What's the other stereotypes? I'm trying to think of them. I don't know. The ones where the stereotypes where certain groups are cheap. Let me think. What does Russell Peters say? The Indian people say they're cheap, or the Jewish people say they're cheap, or whoever. I don't know. I'm trying to do this comedy skit without making it funny, which I'm succeeding in that part.
Have you seen the Adam Sandler one lately?
No, he did a new one.
Yeah, it's really good.
One
of
Netflix?
my favorites. Yeah.
Okay. I think I did.
Bar Mitzvah Boy. It's basically a lot of songs. You need to see that.
Oh,
I mean, that's
is it like kind of like the Eight Crazy Nights kind of thing, or wasn't they did a Hanukkah song, right? It was like
Well, this one he has about 100 songs in it.
Oh,
It's nonstop songs. Let's
oh,
just say that.
okay,
Not 100 songs, more like 30 songs, but
hyperbole.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, to me, some of that stuff is, I think you are being overly sensitive. But like I said, some people need to be overly sensitive. You just need to deal with it. You just need to be the angry Asian man dealing with it.
I mean, we talked about how my feelings on politics, how stuff bothers me more, like especially social media. You're like, why do you let that bother you? I'm like,
yeah, because see, I'm always around a lot of like liberals and Democrats and Republicans, conservatives, and I get it all the time from all the people.
Right. I don't know.
So it's to the point where, like, I see it. So it's not like it bothers me. I see both sides. I see everything. It's always around. It doesn't bother me. Stupidity doesn't bother me.
And you don't feel the need to call it out if you can. I don't even do it like you.
No, stupid people stupid all the time. So, it's not my, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been around stupid people my whole life. So it's the same thing. The same thing. But it's what, there's other times when, there are some blatant other stuff going on that does, get to me.
Right.
Has
that happened recently or just?
I mean, I watch YouTube videos all the time, and yeah,
Does it cause you to do any, say
write angry letters
or take action of some kind? I'm just asking.
No,
it just gets to you, and you feel the anger, then you move on, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, nothing. No one I personally know. Like sometimes I'll see a YouTube fight between Asian guy and I don't know, some racist white guy. Yeah, okay, cool. Should I start a letter writing petition? No. I watch a lot of bad stuff on YouTube. Let's just say that, or even on not even YouTube, on other stuff,
Reddit and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'm conditioning myself to.
So you have a tougher skin, or just more used to it? I guess the same thing.
I don't even want to say it's like getting used to it. It's just I'm more knowledgeable about all the stupidity that I know that some things can be fixed. I don't know. It's up to you. You be the savior for the Asian people.
No, I'm not. I actually don't think that, and I don't always respond when I see somebody post something that I think is blatantly dumb or blatantly, easily. There's a lot of people posting stuff just because they're following their particular crowd, and it's not like I did a quick Google search and I realized that I was totally wrong. It's like, why don't you just look at it a little bit more than instead of just immediately posting it? That kind of stuff bothers me. Yeah.
I mean, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back when I'm bored. I mean, I've told you this before. Sometimes I'll look up on Aryan websites. I will
Yeah, I think you mentioned
look stuff like that, and when you see all that stuff, then the stuff that you're seeing is like, yeah, that's nothing.
But that's also whataboutism in a way. You know what I mean? Because if it's like just because there's something worse out there doesn't mean the bad thing's not bad.
No, but it doesn't bother me. Let's say we're driving down the highway.
Right.
Let's say we're going down the interstates, and some dude flies by you at 100 miles an hour.
Right.
You're the kind of guy that says, that dude's about to kill somebody. He should stop. I'll be like, yo, that dude's going fast. You'd be angry at that guy for going 100 miles an hour.
I'd probably just say asshole.
Yes, you'd be angry just because he flew by us at 100 miles an hour.
Right.
And I'd be like, yo, he's fast. And that's it. Whereas you'd steam like, man, something could happen. He's not wearing a seatbelt. Someone's going to die.
Yeah.
I'm
not arguing that. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. And it'll let you stew, and it'll stew over it for a while. Like, man, and you'll tell everyone, hey, we saw a guy going crazy on the highway, 100 miles an hour.
Well,
made me mad.
I complained about a tailgating weaving person, but yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, the dude's just going fast.
Okay.
You know, see, and it's like, yo, there's other things to get mad about. You know, a guy going 100 miles an hour, I don't get mad.
Yeah. I mean, the one I was talking about where he posted something, I didn't get mad per se. I just posted, I commented with a link to the actual fact and left it at that. And he, you know, and he was like, "Oh, I probably should have checked that before I posted it." And I was like, I didn't even respond textually. I just like liked it because I didn't want him to think I'm trying to make him feel bad for.
All right, I'll give you one that I do think about that I don't know if I should have gotten mad about.
Okay.
And in fact, I believe you were there.
I was there.
This was back to our college days.
Oh, okay.
Back to our college days.
Right.
We hung out at a place all the time, and we became good friends with all these people that worked at this place, right? Including the janitor that worked there. We talked to him every day. He came around every day. You know, came around the Filipino group and hung out with us. There's a black dude always came with us. You remember? You know, his name was Duke.
Oh yeah,
you know Duke. Yeah, Duke. Black guy, happy all the time.
Was he a janitor?
Yes, he was housekeeper. He was picking up our trash. He was there to pick up our trash every day because we were messy. Oh, okay. We were slobs. We would eat. We would eat our mess and just leave it there. He comes by every day, happily picks up our trash.
I just forgot his function. But I remember Duke. Yeah, Duke.
What do you think he was?
I just don't.
A teacher?
I just forgot what he did. Okay, just go ahead with the story.
So he come by every day, pick up our trash, and you know our big old Filipino group were loud, everything, but he's always happy to hang out with us. You know, and then one day, you know, he comes by to us and he actually says ching chong in a conversation. Like we're talking and he's laughing. Yeah. He's laughing, ha ha ha, yeah. And then some dudes, I think, talking in Tagalog, and then he responds, yeah, ha ha, ching chong. And this guy's friendly to us. Yeah. We're friendly to him. One guy got mad. One guy got angry.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you.
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, this Duke, you know, is cool. He's cool with us. He you know, he said ching chong, but you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who got mad. Yeah, so long ago.
I will tell you later.
Yeah.
But this guy got mad to the point where he reported it to his boss, to the point where he stopped coming around to us because he's not allowed. He was told not to talk to us anymore.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was not. He came by and picked up our trash, but he was not allowed to talk to us anymore because the one guy with us got mad for him saying ching chong, wow. Which in the spectrum, he probably has the right to get mad.
Yeah.
But this was our boy Duke, who was hanging with us every day. He'd sit with us sometimes and chill, relax.
Yeah.
We'd share food, drinks,
hang
out. But you know, he was working there.
I mean,
and then you were mad. You were like, what is he doing? You know, when our friend got, you know, because he actually confronted Duke at the time saying, hey, you know, that's wrong. And Duke's like, my bad. Everyone here knows me, you know, it's cool. And then, you know, then he sort of, you know, our friend got into Duke's face and said, yo, I don't like that. You're going to pay for that, you know.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. So he stopped coming around.
Right.
Yeah. And you were okay with it at the time. I mean, I know you don't remember it now, but you were like, what is he doing? That's what you said.
Yeah.
You said, what is he doing?
I mean, I don't remember this. I'm just speculating, but like with our friends, and again, like what I'm talking about in my office,
he was also more to it. Our friend did not grow up in this area. He grew up in a place where he was the only Filipino. This guy grew up in the Midwest. He grew up in the Midwest. He joined our group because, you know, he had no Filipino friends. He went to college here.
Right.
So he joined our group. And then all of a sudden someone said something. And our friends, you know, we've heard this stuff all the time. Now, this guy, who his first time being with Asians, being friends with Asians, now he's like, hey, someone's being racist to Asians. He grew up in the Midwest around nothing but white people. And now it's like he's finally experiencing racism, and it pissed him off to the point that, you know, he basically almost got the guy fired.
Yeah,
and he was our friend.
Well, I mean, I don't remember everything. I remember generally what happened. I didn't know how far I got, and it went through official channels. I didn't realize. If I did know it, I forgot it by now. But anyway, you know, like it's kind of like when I get back to my coworker thing. I talk to them. I don't talk to their superiors. You know, especially if I know them.
Why don't you?
Because I know I could talk to them, even if they don't particularly get it like right away. if the guy is like blatantly has a pattern of being racist or even being aggressive about it, then yeah, go to the superior. But you should start before you go to someone's over someone.
Yeah, but to me, that's sort of almost the same lines. When this guy was saying ching chong,
right?
You were okay with it.
No, I would have talked to him if I.
No, you were okay with it
now.
At the time. At the time, you were like, you didn't even care. You didn't even notice it. You were just like, yeah.
Was I? I don't even. I mean, I'm taking your word for it because I don't remember.
Yeah, you didn't even notice it was that at the time. So it was like you. It was. I mean, I was okay with you, but
I don't know. Maybe I gave Duke a pass because he's an old guy.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And plus, you hear stuff like that from him and all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying now your coworkers to me saying Chinese people eat dogs sort of like saying ching chong, and I'll be like let it go, and you're being the other guy now.
Well, no, I'm talking to them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the guy took it too far by trying to get the guy fired, but he got into Duke's face, and that is you are at the point where you're not the kind of get in someone's face, but you are that.
I think I'm perfectly fine with saying something. I mean, escalating it is another thing. I didn't escalate it to. I didn't talk to what do you call it, HREO, whatever you're supposed to call it.
Now, one thing I think you should do that might help, but I don't know if it'll sound right.
Ooh. Get over it.
No. I want to try to say it right, but I'm trying to say like you need to
hang around more racists. So I'm
in a way that's what I'm trying to get at. But
yeah, that's what I'm trying.
I'm trying to say you need to read more books or watch more movies or explore the internet past your little whatever you explore on the internet. You just need to see more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're living in a small town world.
Thank you, Journey.
So I'm just saying, I'm not saying, hey, start going off the area websites and
No, I mean,
and start trying to fix them.
I go on different sites. I see the different comments. I read some really bad stuff too.
I think you don't.
I do.
I don't think
I just said I did.
I don't think you do. I mean, I think you think you do, but you.
What are you talking about? I think I do. It's not like I read stuff and I'm like, oh crap, this is some messed up stuff. I'll read it. I'm not reading like a manifesto. Is that what you're saying? I'm supposed to read somebody's.
So you're racist. Asian. You should be all over the internet. Ha ha ha. That's a stereotype.
I know. I was waiting for the punchline there,
but no,
I went and it's fine.
Yeah, Asians run the internet,
Right, of course.
but in a way, to me, you're just you're finally just now learning YouTube. You always say, hey, I found this website that has this, or hey, they have reaction videos. I'm like, yeah. There's a lot more. That was, you're in 2008. Let's get to 2018.
I watch a lot of different people's opinions and stuff.
Yeah, 2008 stuff.
Sorry, I mean,
see, that's what I'm saying. You think you know a lot, but I'm saying, hey, you're still.
Well, I mean,
you're still a baby in elementary school.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, see, I don't think you. That's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, what am I now? So, what should I be watching if you had your way?
I think you should watch more movies about
racism.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to say it's racism movies, but watch more multiculturally diverse movies.
Okay.
The Hate You Give. Would you even think about watching that?
I was going to wait till it came out on HBO.
Nah, you ain't never going to watch that.
Or
I even tell you, you need to watch Sorry to Bother You. Man, that's one of my favorite movies of the year. It delves all about racism and all that. Or what's the one with Daveed Diggs? Blind Spotting. You're not even, you should check some of these movies out. It's very into a lot of the stuff you're talking about. And it deals with it better than anything I can say. But to me, these are movies you don't typically watch, anyways.
Right. I mean, I'm more interested in escapism.
Yeah.
Which is, that's what I want to enjoy it sometimes. That I'm like a lot of times I don't.
Moonlighting. You should watch Moonlighting. I mean, not Moonlight. Moonlighting is different. But yeah, you should watch Moonlighting too. But Moonlight.
Wait, then with the Bruce Willis Sybil Shepherd show that. Oh yeah, because that'll teach me about racism.
Moonlight.
Was there a black person in Moonlighting at all? I can't think of one now that I'm.
Oh, 80s television. How I loved it.
Yeah, I can't think of one. He might have been like a bad guy or something. That's probably it.
I was never really a big Moonlighting fan. So
I watched it for a bit.
I don't know. It
got really bad after a while. But anyway,
Moonlight. Totally different.
Yeah, the one. Didn't he win an Oscar for that?
They won Best Movie.
Oh, right.
Which was a big deal because they didn't get announced as winning the Best Movie. La La Land did.
Oh, that's that year. Right. That was the same as when they messed up Miss Universe. And was that the same year when they screwed up?
No, it's like 2 years apart.
Oh, okay.
Because the big joke was like, was that Steve Harvey?
Right.
Yeah, Moonlight. I mean, it's not really a racist movie, but it's about differences in people. Let's just say that, and the surroundings affecting them through growing up. I can't explain without spoiling anything.
Okay,
but yeah, I watch a ton of movies. I watch tons of movies, and you know this.
Oh yeah,
and it gives me perspective. Let's just say that. I watch a lot of Filipino movies too. Some dumb ones.
Okay.
I'm about to go to the movie theater and watch a dumb one anyways this week. A dumb Filipino movie.
All right.
Well, I think it's a dumb film. I could be wrong. It might surprise me and be actually a mentally
socially conscious kind of in your face about.
Yeah. Let me get the name of it. So just in case people have seen it and are gonna email us and say, "Yo, that's not a dumb movie. That's actually a pretty good movie." That explains the workings of the female and male relationship.
You mean a romantic comedy?
The movie I'm planning to watch this week is where is it? Is it even still showing? It just opened this week, I believe. I'm not seeing it. Oh, maybe it didn't show today. Maybe it's because sometimes the Filipino movies at the movie theaters are off on Sundays because they show special stuff. I don't see it. Shoot, maybe they took it out of the movie theaters and I can't watch it now.
Oh.
It's a Filipino movie because around here they show Filipino movies every now and then.
Right.
And I'm like, sometimes I want a dumb movie. Sometimes I want something stupid because sometimes it gets too heavy-handed when I'm watching, all these other things. But I don't see it.
It's not The House of Us, is it?
No, that's old.
Okay.
That one stopped. That one got stopped showing a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Man, the movie theaters. Okay, don't worry about it.
All right.
In fact, I told you about like 2 weeks ago. I wanted to watch a movie because I had been watching a lot of deep movies. It's like, let me watch something I can turn my mind off. There's something stupid where people are just killing each other and blood and fun and and it was Assassination Nation. Now, if you've seen Assassination Nation, that's how it's advertised, as a dumb slasher flick with people dying, horror movie sort of. It turned out to be a really conscious movie trying to make a statement about politics today. I was like, damn, this movie.
So it made me think. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm like, man, I just wanted to watch a bunch of girls with swords and guns killing people. And it turns out this was a political movie. I was like, damn. There were still a lot of girls and killing and blood.
But politics and
yeah, they threw politics in there. I was like, man, they got me. Got me into an intellectual movie. Can't get away.
All right.
Assassination Nation. I surprisingly liked it though. I mean, don't get me wrong, just because it made me think.
It's not so. It made me think. Damn it.
Yeah. So it does have a lot of social statements about society and social media and just the state of the world today. Janet Jackson song that I'm talking about. I don't know. I should have watched.
You've been talking in musical terms lately, like
living
in your small town world.
Yeah, to me, it's like going to see a Madea movie and end up getting schooled on something. I'm like, man.
Damn it, I learned.
I just want to watch a guy dressed up in a woman's suit. I mean, a woman's outfit and trying to be funny. Got me. It wasn't that. Yeah. That's just my suggestion to you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you're looking at me like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I mean, it's like I don't watch that many movies.
I know, because you're in your own little world.
No, I'm just trying to figure out like how many movies actually open up your mind. Is there a movie you could
lots all the time? Soul food. And that's true, man.
I'm trying to think of a good line from Soul Food. And the first thing, the family fucking husband. And I was like, what?
That movie got me. You know, I watched that movie. We were going. This is a long time ago.
Right. Yeah, Soul Food.
Of course,
obviously a long time ago.
Most people don't even know what movie I'm talking about when I say Soul Food.
Oh god.
It had Vanessa Williams. It had
Nia Long.
Nia Long.
Other people I can't think of.
So I watched. We were going bowling. This was like we were supposed to go bowling like Saturday night. So I spent my Saturday afternoon watching Soul Food.
Right.
And man, did it move me. You know, I was like, oh, I was all hyped up after watching it. It was so weird because it's Soul Food, but I was in such a good mood. I was like, man, I want to have Sunday dinners with everybody, which, you know, we ended up doing at a later time. Guess whose idea that was?
What do you mean Sunday dinners?
When we lived together, we had Sunday dinners.
Did we?
Yes, we have Sunday dinners every Sunday for months.
Oh.
Yes, we did. Maybe you weren't there, but we did have Sunday dinners.
Everybody but you, Arno.
We would have Sunday dinners every Sunday for months. We would cook at our house, having Sunday dinners.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that idea from Soul Food, and we did this for months. Too bad Brother Butterfly's not here. This was his thing too. He loved Sunday dinners at the house.
I think I did it once or twice.
Every Sunday for months, maybe in a couple of years we did it every Sunday. But yeah, we would do this every Sunday.
Will I still go to my parents' house every Sunday?
I don't know.
Okay,
I was too busy cooking. We were all too busy cooking our Sunday dinners. But yeah, I got the idea from Soul Food. Yeah. But yeah, we went bowling that night. I went to watch Soul Food, and I was so hyped up. I bowled like a 240.
Because of Soul Food. That's a good score, though. I mean,
oh yeah, best score ever.
240.
That's professional score right there.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, I watched lots of movies that's made me think.
That's the one that pops in your head when I ask you that question. Soul Food, man. That's the one that changed my life, you know.
Because I bowled a 240 right after watching it. Yeah, and I said, man, we should have Sunday dinners every day, every Sunday. Which we ended up doing, but obviously you didn't. It didn't affect you because you didn't even remember the Sunday dinners. Every Sunday for months, we'd have same people coming over. We'd cook. All right. You were in your own little world at the time.
I got. Maybe it didn't make a big impact on me. I don't know.
Yeah, I would plan out certain menus and we'd go grocery shopping and try to find certain things. Yeah. But yeah. And if you don't want to watch a movie, read books.
Yeah.
There's a book called American Son.
Mm-hmm.
American Son. It's about a couple of Filipino brothers. It's an old book from like the 90s, I believe. It might be 2000s. It's about these two brothers who live in California. And one of the brothers is like in bad crowd. and he actually starts a dogfighting ring.
Okay.
He raises dogs for dogfighting, and then you have another brother who's younger, but he's sort of on that line to either if you go one way, you know, you go into the bad crowd. You go another way, you steer out of it.
Right.
So he's walking that line. The Filipino kid, also having a lot of questions that you have about racist stuff and all this stuff. But he does it's I don't want to. It's hard to explain the book because one thing I read it like 15 years ago, but it sort of walks the line. It doesn't give you a clear, concise answer of what's good and what's bad. And I think that's where you're at, because it also deals with the dog fighting and actually, sort of makes the dog fighting. Like this was actually before Michael Vick, got in trouble with dog fighting.
Oh yeah.
This is way before that. So when Michael Vick got in trouble with dog fighting, I'm like, really? Because I just read a book about dog fighting, about Filipino kids who dog fight. I watched the movie Amores Perros. Well, you haven't even seen that movie yet, have you? Oh man, a movie about dog fighting. Amores Perros. Man, it's one of the best movies of all time. Pedro Almodovar, I believe, is the director.
Right.
He also did Talk to Her, Habla con ella. And I think he did Y Tu Mama Tambien, mate. No, it's the same actor in Y Tu Mama Tambien. Because I know you like that movie, but that's more because there's naked women all the time, and that one naked chick, that whole movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Best movie ever.
Yeah.
No, the one kid in that in Y Tu Mama Tambien.
The one from the Motorcycle Diaries, right?
Yeah, he's the main guy in Amores Perros with the dog fighting and all. Yeah. And even that, it's sort of, I don't want to say normalized dog fighting, but it's pretty graphic to show dog fighting. I'm like, man, is this
the only other movie
CGI?
The only movie I can think of for dog fighting, besides the ones you mentioned, is Fresh.
Yeah, even that, I was like, man, that was normal to me. I mean, he became friends with the dog, right? And I mean, he liked the dog, or I don't remember it. That's from 1998.
Yeah.
I remember liking that movie. Samuel Jackson's in that, right? That's the one with the chess, right?
Yeah.
Where they were playing chess in the park.
And then the guy that became the bad guy in Breaking Bad was like the big bad guy in that movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, I didn't know his name. So yeah. I'm trying to remember the who became the big star out of that movie besides the ones that were already established stars. Yeah. I can't think of one.
But even watching that movie fresh, in my head, the dog fighting was okay. I mean, when you were watching that, were you thinking, "Oh, these savages, they're dog fighting"?
I think poor dogs. That's what you're training dogs
to be. And to me, it's like that's the world. That's the world they live in. To me, that to them, that is a normal world. Like to the Philippines, cockfighting is a normal thing. To Filipinos in the Philippines, cockfighting is a normal.
Right.
Is everyday living.
So. I'm not trying to fight you.
That's why in China.
That's why I'm not trying to.
In China, eating dog is a normal thing.
No, I know. I'm trying to pick my words. So I'm not trying to be like, hey, no, but does that justify it because it's a normal thing? If it's been wrong, like slavery is a normal thing, or
good point there, Steno.
No, I mean I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it is, but then is eating cows okay then? If you're not okay.
I know that's one of those weird.
Should you go vegan?
I mean,
Sterno,
so let me ask you this: at this point in your life, and being the age you are,
and I
now,
know I'm.
Are you still? So you pretty much you say you got pretty much a handle on all your positions.
No, because I'm learning every day.
So
I'm watching movies like Soul Food. It's changing my opinions.
Watching Soul Food. I mean, I'm a 45-year-old man, but I'm still like struggling with some ideas and concepts. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I need to
travel.
Yeah, I don't like traveling.
Living in your own little world.
I don't think there's anything wrong with not liking to travel. If you don't want to be a traveling person, I don't think I'm a closed off person. I just said maybe haven't been everywhere, Yeah,
but you need to. You should see how other people live.
I've been to other places. I lived in other parts of the country. I've been to the.
So you're done.
I've been to the. I'm not saying No, I'm just saying I'm not like a person that's never left the area. I'm just saying, I maybe haven't been as widely traveled as other people, but I have been other places.
Yeah, shoot, I love seeing how Filipinos on the West Coast live, differentiating from the Filipinos on the East Coast.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be like, another country.
I mean, I pick up from other people. Like I know like Filipinos, like I had family that were West Coast that transplanted to the East Coast for a while, and I kind of noticed the differences in how we, our perceptions and how we are social, how blunt they are in certain things. Some of them just really wanted to represent Hawaii and stuff, and I was like, okay, maybe it's these people. I don't, like it's just a different, differences. And like you said, it's just, I mean, not just traveling, but meeting other people and talking to them. That's another way of opening your mind. So I don't know. I mean, it's like I'm not against any of the stuff you're saying. I just don't know if I'll do it right away. Or yeah, I've read stuff. I just don't read it on a regular basis. Not anymore. Most of the stuff I read is more for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying.
I'm not. I never said I was woke, or whatever the term however they use it nowadays. But, and I know it sounded like an old man saying it. I got that was intentional. Because when people say stuff, I say that's a cool phrase. I could never use it correctly because it would sound weird coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. You should watch Dear White People on Netflix. That's a good one for you.
Yeah.
Dear White People.
Yeah.
And I think that's one that you normally wouldn't watch. But I think if you do watch it, I think you would get a lot out of Dear White People. Mm-hmm. I think you would get a whole lot out of it.
Is that a telemarketing one? No,
that's Sorry to Bother You.
Sorry to Bother You.
Which I think you should watch also. But
yeah.
Dear White, but that's not out. I know you had Netflix, and
yeah,
and Netflix bring up Dear White People. That's a good one. It actually, I mean, it's about a black fraternity and black college students and how they. It's basically a whole conversation we just had for the last hour about how some black people, will raise hell, and some black people will be like, yo, it's okay, and it's all the different levels, and it talks about how it's not black and white. It's not just
no, it's not black and white.
Yeah, it's not just if you're against certain racism, you're this person. It talks about a girl who's like she's like Hillary Banks on Fresh Prince.
Right.
She's like that kind of girl, or or like someone like a Carlton on Fresh Prince.
Same thing. Basically.
But yeah, there's different kinds of people. You can't have it's not just like, hey,
mm-hmm.
An Asian fighting against racist people. No, it's like different levels of people.
Right.
And Dear White People, it talks about
how the general idea is like that's okay.
No, it doesn't give you an answer. It's showing you that there are people with different opinions.
Right.
Every episode is like this person's perspective, like from this white person's perspective, or from this full the 7.
No, but what I'm saying, I know there's no like answer to racism or how you should approach it, but are they like generally saying you can have different ways of approaching it and that's okay?
I think it's not saying is it okay, it's just showing you this is how people do it. They're not telling you if what's okay and what's not.
No, I'm not saying judging any particular way of or mode of.
Then I don't know what you're asking.
Never mind. I was just
trying to watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying just because you and I differ in the way we approach different racially.
Yeah, if we were on the show, Dear White People, one episode would be about me and one episode would be about you, and it would be about the same thing, but two totally different perspectives and totally different.
Also, two different personalities too. Yeah, but it's not saying one of us is right.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because for all I know, everyone out there is like yelling at me saying you're stupid and don't know shit.
Oh, people are yelling at me, going like you once said, "I'm the whitest Filipino you know," which is
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I said you're white.
You said it.
Oh.
You know why I know? Because it still pisses me off. It still pisses me off.
And I haven't said it in a long time either.
Well, I can't remember. I can't remember Sunday dinners, but I can remember when you called me the whitest Filipino you know. So
Sunday dinners we did for months and months and months.
Well, some things stick out more than others for me. I don't know.
I don't know how many months we did Sunday dinners.
I don't know. I probably, today we're just eating. I don't know. Did you actually make a pronouncement like, "Hey, we're doing the soul food thing, and we're doing Sunday dinner that way," or did you just like, "Hey, let's all eat at the same"? I don't remember. That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking.
Yeah, and we all sat around the dinner table, or actually the pool table, every Sunday, eating our dinner. We'd have the food out on the pool table every Sunday.
On the pool table?
Yeah.
I don't know if I was there then. This is not sounding familiar to me.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't. So maybe maybe I didn't participate. Maybe I was going to my parents' house.
I don't know.
For family dinner with them every Sunday. I don't know. I don't remember. If you say I was there, I'm not going to dispute it because I really don't remember either way.
I want to say you were there a couple times. I want to say one time. Well, normally we'd have the same people cooking every week.
Right.
There would be like 5 people cooking every week.
Right.
One day we switched it up and the people who don't cook cooked.
Right.
And I want to say you were one of the people that cooked that day.
Okay.
And we were worried about what you were going to make because we were really worried about you.
Because I don't cook very often.
Yes. We were worried about eating what you were making.
I don't remember any of this. I really don't. Okay. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to judge here. I just don't remember.
And I think you made spaghetti.
Did I make spaghetti?
It might not even been you that made the spaghetti. Maybe someone else made the spaghetti. You made, I don't know what you made.
Okay.
Toast.
Garlic bread.
Do you know how to make garlic bread?
It's not that hard. I don't know.
I still don't know.
Fine. Okay, sure. I honestly can't remember any of that. I really do wish Brother Butterfly was here at this point because he'd be like, "Yeah, you fucked up the garlic bread and no one can eat it or something." You know, I'm sure he'd be like in my face because he's a different part of the spectrum than you and I.
Yeah,
he definitely is.
Yeah, he's his. I don't know anyone like him. He's his own unique
I agree.
guy.
I definitely agree.
If you want to put people in categories, I know what category you're in. I know what category I'm in. I don't know what category he's in.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Sure. This is the part of our podcast where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I are actual native speakers of Filipino or Tagalog. So if we get some aspect of the word or phrase incorrect, like its general nuance, usage, or some nuance of its meaning, feel free to let us know because we value your feedback. But please keep in mind that we have said in the past, and we will continue to say, that this is not an informational-based podcast. So don't take anything we have as we put out there as kind of like a reference. We're just doing this more as a fun thing to kind of share the culture, share the language. So like if you're with your Filipino friends and they say something, maybe you'll know what they're talking about, or maybe you can use some Filipino phrase. It'd be kind of cool. That would be, that'd be awesome. So like I said, email us if you want, but be nice about it because we're sensitive people. So Boogie, do you have a word, phrase?
Tawanan.
Tawanan.
Tawanan. Or tumawa. Tumawa. Same thing. Tumawa. Tuwanan.
Uh-huh.
It's the way you say it. Tuwanan ang.
Yeah, okay.
Tuwanan or tumawa. Tumawa or tuwanan ang joke. I don't know how to say joke. Tuwanan ang joke. I don't know. Tuwanan or tumawa.
Okay.
Is basically to laugh.
Right.
Laugh. Just the way you.
Yeah, it's like a different I don't know.
Tense.
Yeah. Part. I don't know. I forgot the wording now. I was good at English back in the day. I forget languages. I forgot. Okay. So tumawan.
You're good at English. That doesn't.
Well, I'm thinking you breaking down like languages is mentioning the different participles or whatever the heck you was. I don't know. The tenses, like you're saying.
Yeah. Tumawa. Let's use that one.
Tumawa. Which means to laugh.
Yeah.
So let's make tumawa our word of the day. Tumawa.
Tumawa kami. After Steno brings on this heavy episode of racism.
If we don't have anything to talk about, I'll just go off the top of my head, and that was on the top of my head.
And now we're on the head. Now we're in the head of Sterno.
And now we're getting out of the head of Sterno. Thank goodness.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesinigang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Find us on Facebook, on facebook.com/thesinigang. And look for our videos on YouTube. Do a search for our URL, www.city-gang.com, and that should take you to our different videos where I would love if you would like, subscribe, and comment. That would be awesome. So until next time, this is Sterno Supernova.
And this is l-boogy the Elemental One saying thanks for listening and
See you
na.
na. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Tune in for our next episode. Until then, take care.